Assalamualaikum dear students, this is your teacher Kashan Ali, and today we are going to learn about the first tenure of Mr. Nawaz Sharif being the Prime Minister of Pakistan from 1990 to 1993. As far as the background of Mr. Nawaz Sharif's being a politician is concerned, he started his political career during the martial law tenure of Mr. Ziaul Haq. He was also the Chief Minister of Punjab province during the martial law. After the death of Mr. Ziaul Haq, Nawaz Sharif made a political alliance in order to contest the election against Pakistan People's Party and Benazir Bhutto. They have lost this election and they were a very strong opposition against Benazir Bhutto. In 1990, when Benazir Bhutto's government fell, Nawaz Sharif with his alliance IGI in the coming election became a giant in the parliament of Pakistan. With this alliance of 9 parties, he was able to almost clean sweep the elections. He became one of the strongest prime ministers in the history of Pakistan. Moreover, if you can see, during his tenure there were definitely a few difficulties, as well as he faced many challenges, but he has also tried to deliver a few very good things. One of them was the motorway project, the first ever motorway of Asia between Islamabad and Lahore, which was started during his first tenure and then it was completed during his second tenure. It was Asia's very first motorway, a 6-lane road from Lahore to Islamabad. Moreover, he tried to move towards more privatization, and in this way he was able to gain some sort of a business for Pakistan, but overall economic condition and GDP condition of Pakistan remain on a lower side. One very big scandal hit his government's reputation. In 1970s, a famous Pakistani banker, Agha Hassan Abdi, started Bank of Credit and Commerce International, the BCCI. With his hard work and wisdom, he was able to make it the 7th largest bank in the world. But unfortunately, during the tenure of Nawaz Sharif, Transparency International declared BCCI as the center of money laundering. The whole bank was banned by the world agencies. This has well and truly hurt the reputation of the government, as well as the money laundering cases were mostly on the ministers and the politicians belong to the governing party. Moreover, in Punjab, they have introduced the system of the cooperative societies. Now let me explain what are the cooperative societies. They are just like the banks and the insurance companies. They rather work on a very lower amount. People can invest money and people can have long-term association with these cooperative societies, and by submitting their money to the cooperative societies within a duration of 5 years to 10 years, they are able to earn good profit. Most of the people of Punjab did that so. But unfortunately, they were shocked to hear this news after a year or so that all the cooperative societies being declared bankrupted by the government. People were in shock. Their earning throughout the life was on stake, but there was an investigative journalism effort from a journalist of one of the renowned newspapers from Pakistan. He investigated and proved that the whole money given to the cooperative society is being given as a loan to the Ittefaq group of industries, which was owned by the Shareef family. And that is why perhaps they have bankrupted them, so they don't have to return a single penny to the people. This scandal just spread like a fire in the forest. Government of Punjab and government of Pakistan immediately decided to return the money, but perhaps they have done too little and too late. The reputation of the government was already spoiled by this scandal. Moreover, Nawaz Sharif was also facing the challenges of drug trafficking and Kalashnikov culture, terrible inflation. America stopped the aid of Pakistan after the end of the Afghanistan war. It was putting more pressure on Pakistan to just roll back its nuclear program as well as stop its missile program progress. But Pakistan was firm enough to face all these challenges. Nawaz Sharif, just like Benazir and other leaders, was looking for a new trade route towards the Central Asian states. But unfortunately, that route had to go from Afghanistan. And in Afghanistan, there were 5 different groups claiming the government of Afghanistan. They were fighting among each other, and there was no peace, and no trade and commerce activity can be done without peace. So for this purpose, all 5 major leaders with their cabinet were called by Nawaz Sharif to Islamabad, and they decided to have a proper meeting, which is known as the Jirga, to find a solution of Afghanistan matter. But unfortunately, all 5 major leaders, including Burhanuddin Rabbani, Babrik Karmil, Abdul Rashid Dostum, Ahmad Shah Massoud, and the Taliban party, they were all remained absolutely firm towards each other, and the conference ended without any kind of a solution. This meeting's failure had a deep impact on Pakistan's future, which we will be inshallah covering in our next lecture. By this time, Nawaz Sharif was having too much power. He was even ready to dictate the president. President Ishaq Khan, on the other hand, was a self-made person. He was an ex-bureaucrat. He was having more strong political career than Nawaz Sharif. So a rift kind of thing just came in between both of them. Even the president, according to Pakistan's constitution, cannot pass any kind of decision without the approval and the assistance by the parliament, which is of course led by the Prime Minister. And Prime Minister cannot pass any kind of law or take any kind of decision without the approval of the president. Unfortunately, the misunderstanding was at peak after the death of the then Commander-in-Chief of the Pakistan Army, General Asif Nawaz Janjua. President Ishaq Khan chosen General Abdul Wahid Khakar as the new army chief, and he has not taken the Prime Minister in confidence as a prior. He told him rather about the decision about 15 minutes before the declaration of this post. This has outraged Nawaz Sharif. He tried to limitate the power of Ghulam Ishaq Khan, but before he did so, Ghulam Ishaq dismissed Nawaz Sharif's National Assembly and Provincial Assemblies by using the 8th Amendment of the Constitution of 1973, Clause 58(2)(b), which gives the President the authority to dismiss the Assembly at any time. Nawaz Sharif went to the court, and this time the court has given favor to Nawaz Sharif, and he and his whole team was restored. Means the provincial and national assemblies were restored. But President was not so agreed with the decision, as well as Nawaz Sharif was not ready to accept any kind of understanding with the President. This was delaying the major strategic decisions of Pakistan. So in this scenario, both of them were forced to resign because they were not agreeing on any kind of solution, and country's solidarity and country's future was at kind of a stake. After this decision, the Chairman Senate Wasim Sajjad became the caretaker president, and Muin Qureshi became the caretaker prime minister. They announced the elections within 90 days. What happened in the next elections? What was the scenario in 1993, which was there between Nawaz Sharif and Benazir? Was Nawaz Sharif having the same kind of alliance or same kind of political support as he was having in 1990? We will all come to know in the next lecture. Thank you very much. Stay tuned for the next lecture. And one special message for all my students: be motivated, and please do subscribe the channel in order to get the latest lectures on Pakistan studies. Thank you very much.